Okay, I've got a new Voxy AI demo today. I'm going to show off some features that are not currently in the app. Well, one feature that is currently app, and then a new feature or new features that are coming later this week. I am currently in San Francisco, and it is like 9 degrees Celsius, which is like 20 degrees colder than I want it to be. So this, believe it or not, this is the heaviest thing that I own. So I'm used to living in Bangkok in Thailand, where it's super hot. So now I'm going to just shiver through this demo. I'm going to show a couple of cool new features in Voxy AI. And one of them is actually already in the production release. That's this user memory section. And user memory sort of works like RAG. So we have a RAG section in the personal knowledge here, where you can upload documents, and then those documents can help define responses from LLMs in a certain way that you want them defined. User memory is kind of similar, except it's going to use some machine learning. And when you write emails or write Slack messages or do certain things, Voxy AI will start to remember like your actions and how you do things. And this way, in the future, under the automation, if you enable automatic responses to emails, for example, it's going to do it in your voice. It's going to know how you write emails or how you sign your name, or like it's going to remember that kind of stuff. So this user memory section, you can either turn it on or off. So currently it's enabled for me. There is a privacy mode, which means that it actually will not use data from user memory if you're sending it to a cloud-based LLM. So in order to keep things private and secure, in my example here with it enabled, it will only use your on-device local LLMs with your training data. And also, I have enabled here learn from clipboard, because Voxy AI can know what you're doing when you're using Voxy AI. But if you're just writing an email, for example, in the email app, or a text message in messages, Voxy AI doesn't see that. However, if you do copy it to the clipboard, it will. So if you remember, okay, I'm going to write an email, and to help Voxy AI with some training, I'm just going to hit Command C before I send it to copy it. Once you've copied it, Voxy AI will remember like how you wrote that email. And you can always come in here and view your memories, and it'll sort of see, how you write things, and it'll sort of categorize them and understand and apply that when it's doing things. And you can come in here and you can select things individually and delete them. This way, if you see something that you don't really like you don't prefer it to like be trained that way, you can come here and change things like very granularly yourself. And then the other thing I'm going to show is there's now an automation section. So I was thinking a lot about OpenClaw the past couple of weeks, and this is before it was acquired by OpenAI, of course. That's just a brand new development. But I was thinking about how people really do want to use automation with AI on their device. And I kind of thought, well, it seems like Voxy AI already has a lot of the foundation needed to do that. And it has some security features that, like an OpenClaw does not have. We can sort of do a lot of automation things, but in a much more secure way. So that's sort of my goal. And by the way, congrats to the guy who wrote OpenClaw for getting the job at OpenAI. That's really, really cool. I'm actually really impressed with that. I've been reading all about that the past couple of days. But here, this automation section, it currently is set to automate with email, messages, and calendar. And I'm actually going to show an example in a moment, because I have this meeting prep briefings automation workflow enabled. And what that does is when you have a meeting coming up, it's actually going to look at your emails from the attendees of the meeting and sort of summarize them to create discussion points. And we're going to see that in a moment, because I have a meeting on my calendar for myself with a different email address at 7:10 p.m., which is in 24 minutes. Wait, 14 minutes, excuse me. However, the trigger is 10 minutes before. So you see here 10 minutes before meeting. So in 4 minutes, we're going to get an automatic notification that I have a meeting coming up. And it's going to tell me, okay, when you meet with this guy, you should probably talk about this, right? So you can sort of like have some context before your meeting. So I'm going to show you that. Also, I'm going to show you this smart screenshot renamer. And I thought this is a really great use of AI. So if you look at my desktop, I've taken some screenshots, and this used to always annoy me like crazy. If you now look at these files, you see screenshot, 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 screenshot. And unless you go through and rename them all, like you don't know what they are unless you actually go and tap on one and try to find what you're looking for. And sometimes in my case, I've certainly like a downloads folder or whatever, I've had sometimes hundreds of these. And it's really hard to find what you're looking for. So let's just go ahead and get rid of them. And I'm going to show you real quick some really cool examples. This is my LinkedIn page. I just took a screenshot of that LinkedIn page. And the automation is VoxyAI is going to send that screenshot to the LLM, the local LLM, and it's going to use optical character recognition. And you can see here, it has now renamed it Jeffrey Abbott, San Francisco job search. I guess that's on the job page, okay? So it renamed the file for you. So this way it doesn't just say a screenshot, you have some context. Now, if we were on, let's say, looking at a sailboat, take a screenshot of a sailboat. It now renamed it to sailboat, okay? And this also works with text. So if I just grab, let's just grab this paragraph of text here. So you can see text and images. It should do a 1 or 2, 3 word summary of this text. Let's see what we get. Sailboat, freedom sailing, okay? So this way, it automatically renames your screenshots for you. Now, in 1 minute, we should get basically what VoxyAI should do in that automation. It should check my email because it will see the calendar event, and that will trigger VoxyAI to check my emails. And then it'll sort of see, okay, do we have emails from this person the meeting is with? And it'll sort of summarize them and create discussion points. Okay, so I did just pause my video for a moment because VoxyAI opened my email because it was time for the meeting, prepare for the meeting. And now what it's done is it's saw this meeting coming up, and it's gone through emails I've had with this person, which by the way is also me, but a different email address. And it's found in emails that I've received from this person. Jeff plans to discuss the Q1 roadmap with you. There's a project sync meeting coming up, so it mentions that. Jeff had asked about annual pricing plans for VoxyAI, and also asked about the delivery date for the next version of VoxyAI. No unresolved questions or pending items from recent emails. Yeah, so it's given you like some talking points for your upcoming meeting. So that's an automatic automation. Automatic automation, that's a good way of saying it. So automation is a new thing that I'm experimenting with, and I will have it, I believe, release, at least an early version of that release later this week with features that involve automation with your calendar, email, messages, and then also things like the screenshot, renaming will be released later this week as well. Okay, so good to be home in San Francisco. I've been away for 4 years, but hope you found this demo useful, and I'll be making some more very soon.